Welcome to LUTV News in Focus, where we feature interesting topics on campus, in the community, and in the world of culture. I'm Claire Robertson. Michael Mitchell, president of Relentless LU Crew and a member of the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity, produced a video featuring prominent black students on campus at Lamar University. The project, titled A Great Day at My PWI, was released on social media at the start of the fall semester. The video has received attention on campus, in the community, and by the media. The project has over 4,000 views on Twitter. Michael is here to tell us more about what inspired the project and his feelings about the attention it has received. Thank you for joining me today, Michael.
Thank you so much for having me.
So I saw the video on Facebook, and it was really impressive, really well produced, and a very powerful statement. Could you tell me why you wanted to start working on this?
We started it in the spring, and I wanted to make sure that African Americans were getting the right representation on campus. We have so many African American leaders, and I feel like they didn't get the right representation. I want to make sure that, you know, they do a lot of things on campus, from putting on events. There's student leaders, presidents, dean and president list students. I want to make sure that they get the right spotlight.
Sure, and I think it's interesting that you say student leaders, but it's not just students in elected positions, right?
Yeah.
You're including students that are excelling at their classes.
Yeah.
What else makes a great leader to you?
Their character, being able to handle everything that they have with college life and still wanting to care about others, putting on events that students want to come to, and, you know, just different things like that makes them a leader.
So about how many organizations do you think are represented in your video?
About 8 of them.
And how'd you get all these people in one place at one time?
Being a student leader like myself, I have the opportunity to develop relationships with different other student leaders. So I reached out to a couple of them, and then we all met. And then I told them to get their e-boards involved in this, and that's why we got a great shot of them in the beginning of it.
Awesome. So tell me who has reached out to you about this video. You've received a lot of attention from it.
I reached, Channel 6 has reached out to me, iHeartRadio has reached out to me, Channel 12, and then hopefully we get some other big name platforms as well to put this on, because I want this to go all across the nation, because I feel like other schools are going through this as well. I feel like there are other African American students on other campuses that needs to have the positive spotlight.
You said other schools are going through this as well, and that would be the lack of positive representation?
Yes.
Or equal representation on campus?
Equal representation, yes. I want African Americans all across the nation to know that we see your work that you're putting in. And I know a lot of people don't get credit for it, but this video basically says we see you and we applaud you for that.
This has been in the works for a long time. You've been working on this video since last spring, and you actually had it prepared and ready for the first day of school. How did students react when this was dropped on social media for the first time? They loved it.
They loved it. I was getting very great positive feedback from this. Like I said, we did it in the spring, and it was well done and ready before school let out, but I decided to hold it for the first day of school. And then, you know, when everything happened, we figured it would be really great to drop it on the first day of school as not necessarily as a response, but kind of sort of just saying that we are African American students leaders who are doing much more than just being students here on campus. We are presidents, we are vice presidents, community activists, and so much more. So
you said that this is dropped as a result. Could you tell me a little bit about what happened right before school started?
So there was a racial tweet that went around, and with derogatory comments, and that kind of hurt the African American community. We were meeting up to see what should we do as a response, and, you know, the groups that that went together into this video decided to drop it on the first day of school, and I feel like that was a great starting point. But we're doing much more. We're not finished, and we're going to continue to work closely together to make sure that the administration, everybody knows that we're here and we're actually doing a lot on campus.
So you said that you created this video to inspire other Black students to be active on campus and to excel like you have.
Yes.
Are you surprised that it has reached and affected so many other students?
No, I'm not surprised. That was the purpose of the video. I wanted to make sure that they're inspired. And I hope that one day a African-American freshman can say, you know what, they've done it, so let me do something. You know, I want them to continue. I want more leaders to develop out of this video. And
you've done that part on campus yourself. You've created a new organization. Could you tell me a little bit about Relentless LU Crew?
Relentless LU Crew is a Christian ministry I started on November 6th of 2016. And it started off in my room with seven students, and it's grown to 60 plus in the auditorium style setting, and we're continuing to grow. We're sponsored by a church here in Beaumont, Antioch Missionary Baptist Church, and then under the leadership of Dr. John R. Adolph and Brooklyn Williams. They've helped me with this ministry so that we can be able to do necessary funding such as, you know, for food, toiletries, Scantrons, things of that nature.
What else are you doing on campus? Do you have any future plans to start new organizations? Are you going to continue in your activism?
I am, exactly. I don't have anything new per se. With my fraternity, we're getting ready to get started with the Black and Gold pageant, and I'm the coordinator for that. For Relentless, we're getting ready to do different events, such as we're getting ready to have a revival at the church. We meet up in the Lucas building, room 119, every Thursday, and yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff I'm getting ready to do. Soon we're getting ready to speak with higher administration just to see how we can bridge the gap between us and the African American community.
Sure, and would you give any advice to new students who really want to be involved on campus, who might not be African American students, who want to be a part of this great diversity and representation on campus?
Don't let anybody tell you what you cannot do. Continue to press forward and use your creativity in whatever you want to do. Don't let anybody stop you, because there will be people who will stop you in your efforts, but keep on pushing forward.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Michael. And thank you for watching LUTV News in Focus. To see more content from LUTV News, follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.